Now on CoastTV News.
Dewey's flooding focus. Dewey Beach tackles flood concerns with Reed Avenue project and Jersey Street's future, how these plans promise a drier, safer Dewey. 5G dune defense. Dewey Beach battling for its dunes against 5G encroachment. Discover how the town and its residents stand up to Verizon, aiming to safeguard their shores. Bethany's beacon bid. Bethany Beach eyeing safer crossings with new pedestrian beacons on Route 1, the impact on summer safety for cyclists and pedestrians revealed.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Ongoing 5G pole troubles in Dewey Beach. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight along the coast. If you've ever spent any time walking in Dewey Beach, you've probably seen the 5G poles that are near the dunes.
Well, the town of Dewey Beach has been trying to remove those poles for many years. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us why people in the town are pushing for the two last poles to be removed.
Joanne Woodruff lives on Collins Avenue and says those on St. Louis Street are ready to see the 5G poles ripped out of the ground.
I think it's a good idea that they move it. It's an unsightly eyesore. I don't really understand why they just put it there in the first place without much permission from the town. I don't know how I guess Verizon could do that.
Town officials say the state gave Verizon the permission to put the poles by the dunes in 2020. So far, 3 of the 5 poles have been moved, but the ones on Collins Avenue and St. Louis Street are still here. The town says it has been battling for 4 years to move 5G poles like this one right here, away from the beach and away from the dunes. Now, while these 5G poles do obstruct the view of the beach, the town says it is more concerned with how close they are to the dunes.
Putting them right in the middle of the dunes is not an acceptable place for it. So, and the state agreed, so that's why they were putting money up to get these things moved so Verizon can move them.
There is no clear answer on when and if the last 2 5G poles will be removed or relocated. We tried to get a hold of Verizon earlier and were unable to reach anyone. But in a previous story about the poles, a Verizon spokesperson told Coast TV they are, quote, continuing to work with Dewey Beach on what works best to serve customers. As far as the town is concerned, the sooner the better. Commissioner Bauer told me he would like to see them moved within a few months.
That was Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber. Since 3 poles were already moved, the town says it's looking to relocate the last few quickly to finally end this battle. And the heated debate over 5G poles took center stage in Dewey Beach. It started in March 2021. From March to June 2021, homeowners and town commissioners raised concerns over the placement, as Elisa just explained there. In June, that led get this, to a class action lawsuit against Verizon Wireless. Then on July 2021, there was community pushback leading to a big protest. You see it there. That sparked negotiations for relocating some towers away from the dunes. From December 2022, there were ongoing negotiations for 5G removal or relocation. And by April 2023, those were the steps finally taken to move the poles. But as of September, despite the relocation of some of them, those old poles still remain standing, as Elisa reported, causing a lot of concern there.
You might have to pay more for parking. The city of Rehoboth Beach plans to increase its parking fees. That's in order to cover a budget shortfall of $3.4 million in its $37.7 million budget for next year. This move aims to fund higher salaries and benefits for city workers, along with funding for major projects like street repairs and wastewater updates. The decision will be discussed on February 16th. They want your comment if you've got one to give, and the final budget decision, that's going to be made in March.
Keeping the topic on Rehoboth, commissioners will review a proposal from the Rehoboth Beach Public Library to swap deed restrictions on the property. The move aims to support the library's expansion while allowing it to rent out part of its land to fund operations. Library Board President Kay Wheatley highlights the importance of the proposal for maintaining library services in the community. Commissioners will review it February 16th.
An off-duty Ocean City officer has been arrested for domestic assault. Police say Isaiah Mitchell has worked with OCPD since November 2022, but no longer does. He's a civilian assigned to the Arrest and Detention Unit. Berlin police are investigating.
Delaware State Police have identified the woman involved in a crash that happened in Millsboro Wednesday morning. Police say it was between two cars and it led to the death of 35-year-old Elisa Guerin from Laurel. Troopers say Guerin's car was hit while she was trying to turn left on Shiloh Church Road, and sadly she died after being taken to the hospital. They say the other driver was hurt as well but refused treatment. Police are still investigating exactly how those cars collided.
Delaware troopers have arrested 49-year-old Maria Flores from Lincoln after a car crash early Wednesday morning. Now, police say the crash happened on Gravel Hill Road and Johnson Road. That's in Georgetown. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but here are some details. They say she was driving under the influence. According to the police, they then found heroin, ecstasy pills, and drug tools after checking her car. Flores has been charged with DUI and having illegal drugs.
Tomorrow is the last day for you to let the Delaware Transit Corporation hear your opinions about changes to DART bus services statewide. Here are the changes they are considering for the month of May. There are plans to change some bus routes and schedules. In Sussex, times would change on 201, 215, and 212 for better connections. The 203 Orange line will stop running because it's just not used. But don't worry, 204 and 208 will cover that area instead. And the 204 Yellow line will have more beach buses during the summer. Now, these are just plans and proposals at the moment.
Good news for drivers in Lewis. DelDOT has awarded a construction company to improve the intersection of Route 24 and Angola Road. You can see it on your map here. The project aims to make that road safe for drivers. The date for the road work, that has not yet been announced.
As we take a live look right now into Ocean City, I love seeing a little bit of sunrise, or sunset, I should say, at 6 p.m. or 6:07 to be exact. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And we are at that point of no return, so to speak. Like if you're traveling overseas and you go halfway, you have to go all the way because it's a point of no return. Well, our sunshine's doing the same thing because now we're going to get more and more sunlight from here on out. So, you know, the sunrise will be before 7 o'clock as a result of where we're positioned in proximity to the sun. That being said, here's a look at our tidal health camera in Seaford. We're holding at 47 degrees. We're going to drop from 41 down to 38 by 9 o'clock, but we will see increasing cloud cover in that area. Now, we warmed to 53 degrees for the high in Georgetown and 55 in throughout portions of Salisbury, but we're right now at 42 in Lewis and Rehoboth Beach as well as Bethany Beach. But our big story is the consistent concern for the possibility of flooding in low-lying areas. Once again, this is connected to the tides. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Till then, back to you, Maddie.
Here are things to know statewide in Delaware. For military families moving to the state, a cause near and dear to my heart, there's a new program called the Military Transition Network. The state says that program is designed to help military spouses and their children find jobs. The program will show families how to make resumes, find resources, and network with professionals.
NOAA is asking for everybody's thoughts on a new plan to help protect our ocean's fish. According to the Maryland Department of Natural Resources, they want to make sure that there aren't too many boats fishing for certain types of fish. That includes dolphins, wahoo, and some snappers to keep sea life healthy. Now, you can share your ideas about how to do this with them by March 11th. Every time it rains, Dewey Beach is flooded with frustrations from homeowners. In the newsroom is CoastTV News anchor Mallory Metzner. 2 projects are in the works to flush the water away from multiple streets.
Charlie, the Infrastructure Committee looked at flooding fixes for multiple streets today. This map right here focuses on Jersey Street, where there's lots of low-lying areas that frequently flood. Take a look at your screen. Reed Avenue often looks like it's sitting under a body of water. The town has a project planned there and is looking into ways to mitigate those fickle floodwaters that fill up Chesapeake, Jersey, and Caroline streets too. The water just has nowhere to go. So an engineering company says possibilities include adding a storm drain on Jersey Street where there isn't one right now. Catch basins and drainage ditches will also be explored. An extreme option would be regrading or leveling out the land in that area. A $52,000 project is set to begin and be completed by mid-March to fix flooding on Reed Avenue by replacing the flap valves at the Bayside outfall.
Barring any contingent on any accessibility issues, weather, of course, and tides, working with all of those conditions, we anticipate, end-to-end a 1 week installation.
People who live on Jersey Street say the flooding has been getting worse there for years, despite drainage solutions that they've even tried on their own property.
We've done a lot at our own expense, but it's kind of an uphill battle to deal with what the neighbors have done. And then, of course, as the town manager mentioned a while ago, if you pave the street, then you're raising the height even more, which puts more backwash into the yards.
The town manager says he and engineers will be looking into flooding issues on Jersey Street on Tuesday after rain is expected. But the committee said today that a project likely won't come to fruition until at least the fall if one is approved. Back to you.
Mallory, thank you. The town of Del Mar voted Monday to pass an ordinance restricting recreational marijuana businesses in town. By a 4-to-1 vote with one council member abstaining, the town has banned marijuana dispensaries, manufacturing facilities, and the sale within town limits. This vote only impacts the Delaware side of the town.
And the town of Greenwood has volunteer opportunities available for its people, in case you want to volunteer. The town says they want more people to be involved in their community events as it expands throughout the years. If you're interested in joining a committee to help with farmers markets, yard sale day, and any other event, you can contact the town.
There's no school for students in Seaford tomorrow. The Seaford School District says schools are closed due to professional development for staff. Parent conferences are on February 12th. The district says they expect to see students back in school on Tuesday. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Meet the Eastern Shore man who won $5 million from a Maryland lottery scratch-off. See how this jackpot changes life for him and his wife.
And we have more concerns about flooding connected to high tides still on the front burner. Details coming right up.
First, efforts to make one stretch of Route 1 safer. We are back in just 60 seconds.
Furniture Land's President's Day sale is going on now. Save 20% off select brands store-wide or get 0% APR for 60 months. Furniture Land, from here to home.
Regardless of the team you support on Sundays, the joy of victory is right around the corner. So is getting an affordable, reliable new Toyota. And with plenty of vehicles in stock, there's less waiting and more saving, making now a good time to score with a great deal. Like special financing as low as 3.99% on reliable Legends, RAV4, and Highlander. It's game on at Toyota, official partner of the NFL. Toyota, let's go places.
Furniture Land's President's Day sale is going on now. Save 20% off select brands store-wide or get 0% APR for 60 months. Furniture Land, from here to home.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
If you like to bike in this area, you already know cars speed down Route 1 near Bethany Beach, and cyclists say it's not safe.
As Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us, there are some changes lighting up the highway, and soon.
Eugene Muscus has lived off Route 1 for 27 years. He's seen firsthand how dangerous it can be for cyclists and pedestrians.
A lot of times people just don't slow down when it's dark and looking for tail lights or whatever, but the bright light would shine any obstruction there.
Muscus says these flashing beacons will be the perfect addition to Route 1 near his home off Ashwood Street. Town council members tell Coast TV neighbors have said they struggle getting onto Route 1 safely.
There's a whole community back there, Bethany proper, which
Right.
empties out. That's their main
Access to Route 1.
coming out. So that's a pretty big community. So that was really, it was a great suggestion and one we want to try to honor. So that'll help that.
People near Ashwood Street can expect these signs to be a big upgrade to what they currently have now. The biggest change will be a button you can press that will shine bright lights for drivers to know you are crossing. Muscus also added that making this change before the summer rush of people will improve the overall safety in the area.
In addition to adding these flashing beacons to Ashwood Street, the Bethany Beach Council are also looking into adding these to the north side of the town.
And that probably won't be this year, that might be next year, but we would then have 2 north of 26 and 2 south of 26 on Route 1.
Bethany Beach approved around $130,000 of town money to fund these flashing lights.
DelDOT assured the Bethany Beach Council that the flashing beacons near Ashwood Street will be completed this spring. I'm Kevin Zepay in Bethany Beach, Coast TV News.
And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your top concern about Route 1 pedestrian safety? Let's see if any of these numbers have changed from earlier tonight.
Take a look at your screen. So far, a majority of folks, well, now they're saying more crosswalks. It was traffic speed, but we are really seeing this more even here.
Not a surprise, votes come in, they start to change. So if you want to vote, if you want to be a part of this, you can do it. Go to CoastTV.com or use our Coast TV mobile app.
Looks like we will start to see evidence of the rain kicking in our area just in time to perhaps see these go away. It's a little confusing, but I'll clear up everything when we come back.
When you smoke inside, you're not the only one who inhales. Secondhand smoke causes cancer and heart disease in adults, and respiratory problems in children, and SIDS in infants. If you smoke or vape, take it outside.
Homeowners frequently face unexpected heating and air conditioning expenses at the most inconvenient times. For a limited time, Coastal Comfort is offering a worry-free 10-year guarantee on select systems for as low as $199 a month. Customers will also receive 10 years of parts, 10 years of labor, and 10 years of maintenance, but only with Coastal Comfort. Discover peace of mind with Coastal Comfort, keeping your home comfortable and hassle-free for years to come. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
Come and get your fun. Come and get your fun.
Fun looks good on you. So play new multiplier scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery for a chance to win up to $2 million.
Get in the game with the Jennifer Hudson Show, because we're sending someone to the Super Bowl. And Babyface is here.
Friday at 2 on Coast TV.
It's time to experience an extraordinary lineup of entertainment at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. Enjoy performances by the Four Phantoms in concert on February 4th, Wheel of Fortune Live on February 29th, The Simon and Garfunkel Story March 18th, and The Price is Right Live on April 1st. The excitement is building, and now it's your turn to be a part of it. Secure your seats at ococean.com/pack and join us for the most amazing season yet. Don't miss out. Come experience the magic of live performances all in one place at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. See you there.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
It's looking more and more like we really might need to start doing some serious concerns about drainage problems, because we have this low-lying problem because the high tides are really just wrecking those folks that are the bay side communities. Now, courtesy of our Bay Health camera, actually in Milford, we're looking at right now, temperature's going to drop from 42 down to 41, 39, and then actually 38 degrees at 9 and 10 o'clock in the evening. Switching gears, taking a look at what's happening in West OC. Temp about 43 degrees. The wind's pushing at about 8 miles per hour, and we're going to hover between pretty much 41, maybe dip to 40 degrees briefly at 8 o'clock, and then go right back to 41 degrees thanks to the cloud cover that's going to go on the increase. This is what I was referring to. You see this coastal flood advisory? This has been extended more and more and more for the past 2 to 3 days. And that's for basically your bayside communities as well as those who are right along the shore, because the water's just pushing up very high on those low-lying areas during high tides. Now, and we typically have tides, at least twice throughout the day. Now, our coastal flood statement is also active for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico. So it's the entire Delmarva Peninsula that's dealing with this. High pressure is in control of our weather, so we actually have clear skies throughout the day. So it's not because of the overwhelming amount of water that's hitting us, it's the water that's already here. Now, what you see right here, this is me actually marking the jet stream for you right here throughout the 200 to 300 millibar level. And what's happening, we've had a bit of an omega block, which means this has been stuck in this pattern for the last 2 or 3 days, which is why we've been stuck with sunshine. So we actually have benefited that. But now that's going to break down. We're going to swing a little rain our way. That's why we're watching out for a yellow alert day, because that's going to break down. More on that in a moment. 46 in Millsboro, 41 Milton, 45 in Milford right now. And over the last few days, we've been in the 40s. But look at where we jumped to like 53 degrees. And we're going to keep upping the ante over the next few days. You see, we start off Friday morning cloudy, but look at where we end up by Friday afternoon. 57 degrees. See, up in the ante. For Saturday, we start off at 46 degrees, which is a normal high for this time of the year. And then we see a few scattered showers, but still, despite that sprinkle or two, and we're going to call for sprinkles on Saturday, not bona fide rain, but just sprinkles. That's going to allow us to warm to near 60 degrees, actually, as a result of that. Now, we're looking for rain Saturday and Sunday in Assateague. Remember, Saturday's sprinkles and Sunday's rain will hold off until the sun goes down. Same holds true for us in Bethany, South Bethany, and Ocean City, and the same holds true for us in Dewey Beach, except we might just see drizzle in Dewey Beach. Then it will rain later for Sunday. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. Let's call it like we see it now. Sunday, sprinkles on Saturday, late rain on Sunday, a break on Monday, and then heavier showers hit on Tuesday, which is why it's a yellow alert day.
Thank you, Paul. In a move to keep beaches clean and recycling efforts strong, the town of South Bethany has unveiled new trash and recycling bins along Ocean Drive. The state-of-the-art cans, designed for easy unloading by Republic Services, are now available at all beach walkways.
A dream come true for one Eastern Shore, Maryland man. Troy Deneau from Dorchester County won a $5 million lottery prize from a scratch-off ticket. Oh my goodness. The ticket he won was a special game for the Maryland Lottery's 50th anniversary. Deneau bought his winning ticket in Worcester County. Troy, who runs his own business, he said he thought about retiring but decided to keep working.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
If you're a fan of the NBA, your phone was buzzing with alerts all day before the trade deadline hit at 3 p.m. The 76ers were one of many teams making big moves, acquiring one of the best three-point shooters in the league, guard Buddy Held from Indiana, for Marcus Morris, Furkan Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks. Next, Philly traded guard Danuel House Jr. and a 2024 second-round pick via the New York Knicks to Detroit. Then in a controversial move, the Sixers traded Patrick Beverley to Milwaukee for Cameron Payne and a 2027 second-round pick. Beverley's perimeter defense will be missed, but in place they are getting Payne, a talented three-point shooter. Finally, a trade between two rivals. The Sixers traded Jaden Springer to Boston for a second-round pick. To boys hoops, the top team in the ESEAC, Salisbury School, is facing second-place Delmarva Christian. The 11-6 Royals are trying to avenge a 10-point loss to the Dragons earlier in the season. Salisbury School is going for their 5th straight win. Watch highlights on the final score at 10:30 tonight. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Uncover the perfect blend of comfort, innovation, and safety at Gateway Subaru. And right now, it's your choice. Choose what fits your lifestyle and budget. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Forester for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 2.9%. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Gateway Subaru, where every choice leads to a new adventure. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
JoJo's in Salisbury serves fresh, homemade food in an upscale, family-friendly atmosphere. Enjoy delicious crab dishes like our colossal lump crab cakes or our creamy crab dip served in a fresh baked bread bowl and the best cream of crab soup in town. Try the new Pineapple Blast or wind down with our wine selection, beer on tap, and other cocktails. Have an event? Reserve your private suite or banquet room today. JoJo's Family Restaurant, where family dines together and dinner tastes better.
Treat your Valentine to a new tub or shower from Coastal Bath.
In 2 days, they did this work, which was fantastic. Put in a brand new grab bars, a docking station, and a bench to my height. I think Coastal Bath is an oh my gosh and a wow.
Take advantage of Coastal Bath's sweet savings. Right now, receive a free shower door plus no interest, no payments until 2025. Local and family owned. Call Coastal Bath today.
The world's greatest game show is back. And this time, it's a whole new deal. Deal or No Deal Island, February 26th on NBC and Peacock.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
When your job feels humdrum, you can still find that fun. I take a chance, I do. Or you spend the whole day working that 5-game parlay.
I'll take feeling +2.
Yes. When taking a chance becomes a victory dance, it's so fun to do. Or you go money line, it comes through, you feel fun.
More than fun, it's true.
Life would be dull if we never took a chance. Bet Rivers. Take a chance.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Our dry tech camera showing us in Ocean City at 43 degrees with winds out of the south at about 8 miles per hour. We're going to stay at about 40 to 41 degrees for the rest of the evening with increasing cloud cover throughout the rest of the night. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast.
Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us here at 6.
We're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Make sure you have a great evening.